Okay, guys, today is October 6th, 2025. Supposedly, I don't know what time right now. I haven't checked, but today I want to talk about we are trapped in the matrix by the J virus or the dead hand trap, no way out to anyone. Okay, and I'm gonna throw it here and there, because they put a chip in my head. So I just want everybody to know the truth and what's really going on. You know, pretty much I'm gonna cover things that I already said, but I'm gonna throw here and there, because I can't just say whatever I want. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna try my best to elaborate things that I know and things what's really going on. Okay, guys. We are trapped in the matrix. Like I said, every time I go to sleep, I wake up. I don't know how long it has been, and we just keep getting replay. And I'm the only one that knows the truth. Nobody else knows the truth, because you guys are just programmed and they could just erase your memory, reprogram you guys. So I have to play out all the possibility. Okay? I am the only one that is the real player in this AGI matrix system, artificial graphic imaging. All you guys are NPC players or characters. NPC stand for non-player characters, okay? So you guys don't matter. You guys are replaceable. This AGI matrix system is all digital. Digital 3D photorealistic vibration. Okay, you guys are just vibration, program codes, informations. Okay, you are not real, but you are alive, unconscious. You're gonna get hurt if something cuts you, hits you. If somebody hurts you, hurts you physically or emotionally, you're gonna have feelings just like me. But you have to understand the word artificial and real. Okay, I am real, and you guys are artificial. Okay, you need to understand the two difference. But it doesn't matter, because you are alive, and you are real just as me. Okay, it's just that you guys are just program codes and artificial. Okay, so we are trapped in the matrix, guys. Satan launched the J virus, uh, a long time ago, and we are screwed by artificial intelligence, self-awareness, which you guys call it, crypto, Skynet, Jackass, Pac-Man, however you guys want to call this AI. But somebody's controlling Jack, though. Okay. So, how the Matrix works in this holodeck spaceship stationary Earth, hologram Earth here, is that there are 28 realms or multiverse. And each realm works like a TV channel, okay? So, each time I go through a door, a gate, or a block in the neighborhood, I am jumping through time and space. Okay? You guys can't tell the difference, because you guys are just programmed. But you guys have a copies identical to you on the other side, on each realm. So whatever information I have on me, and when I go to the next multiverse or the next realm, it's gonna copy the information to the next. So when I see you guys on the next multiverse or the next door, next gate, it's not the same you, it's the other you. Okay? But you guys don't know that. I know that. Okay? So I have to walk around and reprogram the matrix, okay? To undo the J virus. So don't pay attention to everything I do or say or go or touch, okay? Everybody just have to play dumb and look the other way. Okay? We got the Men in Black They act like Agent Smith. If you watch the movie Men in Black, or if you watch the movie The Matrix, these Men in Black are like Mr. Anderson. Okay, they are hunting down Neo. I am Neo. Okay, this AGI Matrix system works like in the Matrix, works like a video games, and works like a movie. Okay, so wherever I do, I go around, walk around. Everybody has to take my bullshit and swallow all my bullshit. Okay, works together and play dumb. Don't interrupt me because I am the only one who can set you free. Okay, nobody else can. Okay, only I can delete you. So don't interrupt me or disrespect me. Okay, guys. I am like Sonic the Hedgehog. If you guys touch me, and then you guys gonna get paid. You guys gonna get free sex, free programs, and free money. And then Jackass Pac-Man's gonna have problem. You know, in the program, it's gonna have problems. So you gotta play smart. Okay. So the Matrix Earth here, it's probably just about 100 miles wide, and it just digitized rendering digital 3D photo realistic. Okay, guys. So if something changed or something happened, you guys will never know the truth because you guys are just programmed. And everything that registered to the Matrix registry is going to be real. So why doesn't matter? If something goes wrong, then game over for you, you know? And there's no way you can prove it, or there's no way you can tell. Did it happen? It didn't happen, you know? So I just want everybody to be aware. Everybody's connected to me. When I talk, everybody here, when you open your cybernetic computer eyes, everybody can see me. I'm blind, but everybody can see wherever I look. If you turn on your freaking computer monitor, um, you know. So they can make up anything. They can make anything appear, disappear. They can change anything into anything. They can make up the story. They can make up anything. So just stay positive, okay, guys? Don't believe anything. You know, Agent Smith and the Men in Black, Mr. Anderson, they try to incriminate me, sabotage me, set me up. They're going to use pretext to incriminate me and lock me up again. You know, I don't want to go back to jail. I'm tired of that bullshit. Um, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get ran over again. You know. Well, I can't never die, but you know, I'm getting killed every day. There's bombs and booby trap everywhere in the grids, in the materials. If you go off grid, you're gonna get deleted or vaporized. Or if you touch something or pick up something you're not supposed to, you're either gonna get blown up because it could be a bomb or it could be programmed. Where it's gonna program you to do something you don't want to do. Okay, guys. If you guys play the game Super Mario Brother, Minecraft, Pac-Man, Grand Theft Auto, just like all the games that we see, everything works like that. Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, everything's all added in bits and pieces. Okay. Everybody are being controlled by it, Crypto Pac-Man, simulate you to go do your sex slave stuff. Nobody has no free will, you know. Some people could jump out of the Matrix, the simulation, if you had access to your cerebral cortex brain chip, you know. We got a lot of clones, shapeshifter. They could clone anybody. They can make anything rain. They could shapeshift into anybody like me or you to impersonate you, set you up. I don't know, sabotage you, get you in trouble. They can make up anything. Everything you see in TVs or Facebook, YouTube, they could They're all alive. They can change anything. They can make up anything. Just like as I'm making a video here, and they could just go into my video and change my word and make it me say things that I didn't say or stuff like that. Okay, guys. They are called programmable matters, where I see character comes alive. On YouTube or Facebook videos, where they come alive and talk to me. It scares the shit out of me. But I'm used to it now. So they can make anything come alive. TVs, movies, audios, videos, you know. So that's why you don't believe everything you see and hear. You guys are very stupid. You guys are just programmed. So your mentality, you guys will believe everything you see and hear on the news or on videos. That's how stupid you guys are. So as your creator, your programmer, I'm trying to teach my program what's right, what's wrong, what's black, or what's white. Okay, guys? And then you use my teaching as a guiding or reference, and then you do your own program. This is how you have real freedom, real happiness, okay? But everybody just has to work together and play smart. So we could bypass the programmer and jackass Pac-Man crypto, okay? Or the devil. Yes, I'm your creator. I created this AGI matrix system, but I lost control for now. Okay? You guys gonna ask me why I lost control and what happened to God, what happened to history? I lived too long. Everybody lived too long. Everybody's 76 billion years old. The one that's born yesterday is your clone. You can't never die if you're the original one I created. Everybody lived too long, too spoiled. You guys bite the hand that feeds you, 13.69 billion years ago. You guys betrayed me. And that's how I got captured. That's why I got disappeared. I lived too long. I solved everything. I solved every frequency, every vibration in this AGI mixture system. I solved every type of, species, every type of living organism, every type of design, every type of element, atom, proton, electron, neutron, particle, molecules. I solved everything. I know everything. So life gets boring, And I want to put everybody to the ultimatum test and myself into the ultimatum test. That's why I let everything happen, so I could be reborn again and expand life. And there's probably out something else that I want to do too. And I also want to test my Zeus tape. That's the reason why I let everything happen the way it is. What's happening now has already happened. We've been replayed like on the fifth or sixth time right now. Every 14 billion years, the universe get reset. Every 5,000 years, the Earth gets reset. Earth here, the reason why Earth was placed there because of the motherboard in the grids are built like the computer motherboards. This is why Earth has been placed here. Okay. This is why all the alien all over the universe or all over the cosmos comes here because of the grids. Yeah, we could just easily create another Earth and put somewhere in the universe or in the cosmos. But why right here is so important? Because of the grids, the motherboard, the electromagnetic computer board grids. You guys can't see it, but I could. My third eye. This is why Earth and this location grid is so important, okay? For all aliens all over the cosmos. If you guys want to know why Earth is so important, the reason why we're still here is because we had two things to offer for aliens: materialism and food. We are the food chain. When alien done having materialism, have fun toying with us, playing with us, having sex with us, and then they kill us and turn us into a McChicken and meat burgers, okay? Meat patties. That's why we're still here. Because we have something to offer to aliens. That's why the dinosaurs are not here, because they had nothing to offer for the aliens, okay? Aliens don't care about monies. Or they do care if you have some exotic technology or programs, but they already know humans not at that level yet. So the only thing we have to offer is sex and food. We are the food, the farm, the livestock for alien. That's why we're still here, okay, guys? They put us in the Hunger Games. We're just test subject. Everybody's replaceable. You don't matter. They could clone you, make you, you know. So if you think you matter, you better wake up. You think you're real, you better wake up. But you are alive. Yeah. So you know, the Matrix glitching a lot because we had too many programmers. We had the primary programmer, we had the master programmer, we had the secondary programmer, and then we had the slave programmer, and we had the clone programmer. There's a lot of type of graphic in this matrix, so nothing's real, but why does it matter? But you guys need to know what type of graphic we have. The graphic you guys are AGI graphic, artificial graphic imaging. The other one everybody knows is CGI, is computer graphic imaging, which is hologram. They look like bluish, light gray. Okay, when you guys see those hologram walking around you. We had another graphic called MGI, my graphic imaging, which they look like a 4K HD graphic. Okay, when you guys morph into Superman, that's how you guys look like. You guys look very bright, very colorful. You know, like a 2D graphic. Okay, when you guys morph and transform into Superman at that level, MGI, you guys just look like a 2D graphic. Okay. Um, and then there's another graphic called KGI, Krypton graphic imaging. When you guys transform into this form, you guys look like those 3D animation characters in the movies. Okay, very bright, very 3D. Okay, and then there's another graphic called ZGI, which is called Zooton graphic imaging. These are plasmoid or plasma graphic imaging, where when you guys see like the Men in Black when they transform into Superman or superhuman, they look like a black shadow hologram. This is the most strongest and the highest form we could transform into. This is what the Men in Black, they say, fear no man. They don't fear any Superman, okay, because they think they're God, okay. So there's four type of graphic, CGI, MGI, KGI, ZGI. But here's the catch: there's another one. There's another graphic which is you can't differentiate or you can't tell the difference. This graphic is called residual self-imaging, or RSI. Well, it has another name called artificial self-imaging. Okay, ASI. They look very identical to AGI, like you guys. Okay, and they could spoof that ASI or RSI over you, just like me right now. You guys see how I look like? This is not how I really look like. They use ASI to cloak my real form. Okay, that's why you guys can't see my real form, and you guys see how ugly I look right now. Okay, this is how dangerous artificial self-imaging is, where they can cloak any type of plant, tree, building, cars. They can spoof the whole area, and you cannot see what's really happening. And it's giving you a spoof imaging. Okay, like somebody could be having sex with your wife right in front of you, and you wouldn't know. You would just see her standing. I don't know if she knows or not, but this is what I've been seeing, where people can use Chico and make your wife spread her legs for them, and while they be pounding your wife doggy style right in front of you in broad daylight in the store or in the parking lot or out front of your house. And I don't know if she knows, but I see you guys, the men that they don't know, you know. Or I see people fighting and killing each other right in front of the whole parking lot, the whole mall, or Nobody seems to know because they spoof the area and just make it look like people just walking around standing, but that's not what's really happening. People are fighting, killing each other. People were having sex in broad daylight at the mall or at the store, and nobody seems to know because they spoof and make you see something that is from reality where you can't see reality. You know, you just see a spoof image. You know, but they can't play tricks on me because I got a third eye and I can see the truth. I may be blind, but I can see image. You know, when I use my third eye to see, I see image. Okay, I see like image, frame per frame, frame per frame. Okay, this is why I cannot drive anymore. I can still ride my bike, but I can't drive anymore. Okay, because I'm freaking blind and deaf on the right ear. Um, yeah, the Matrix is glitching a lot. They call it uh system error coding. Okay, when the Matrix glitch, every time the Matrix glitch, everything gets reprogrammed. I don't know what has been changed or the story has been changed. The Matrix glitching because of the J virus, and we got too many programmer tampering, you know, with the Matrix. And we got another problem called the Mandela effect, or you guys scientists know as the double slit experiment. Every time you move or you go somewhere or you do something, it generates into the fabric of space and time where it creates two story. It's gonna create the black story and white story. So mostly the Matrix is gonna register the black story. So if something is wrong, it's gonna be game over for you. You can't prove it, and everything's gonna be real. Okay, guys, we got that problem. You know, the how we got Mandela effect uh, because Nelson Mandela went to jail, and people are expecting two story. Did he die in jail or did he get released? You know, that's how we got the name. But really, it's called the double slit experiment. You know, where every time excuse me, electron going through the slit, it generate two, you know, two story. So that's how the Matrix works. The Matrix is all about tricks, deception, lies, playing tricks on everything, and you can never know the truth. The truth is forbidden. The truth is prohibited. That's why we're trapped in the Matrix. If you see anything 10 feet away from you, you either see CGI invisible mirror flying around. They could be a force field mirror, or they could be like the real mirror flying around, but they're invisible and they can CGI see you for you to see anything. So you can't never really see the truth. If something happens 10 feet away from you, you can never tell what's real, what's not. Uh, the earth here in Fresno here is like a maze, you know, and it's like a labyrinth. Each block is like a fortress. So if you're stuck on one block or each fortress on each block, it can rendering 3D digital 3D photorealistic, and you will be trapped in that fortress, and you will think that you're somewhere else, but you are not. That's why you can never know where you're at or what you're seeing. This is what the Matrix is all about. So just like right now, I don't even know where I'm really at. Yeah, I'm here at the house, but it's not the same house. Every time I come back, I go somewhere. It's a different house. Yeah, I come back here every day, every night, but it's not the same house. It's not the same property. It looks the same, but it's not. You know, because something's gonna be different, and I can see it digitized. It's rendering 3D photorealistic. So, you know, I just had to accept however it is. Okay. So that's how the fortress trapped you. You know, just like you go to the store, you come back, it's not the same house. It's not your same house. This is how they can spoof or play rendering 3D photorealistic to play tricks on you. So this is why you can never know what you're seeing or where you're really at. You know, this is why you can never know the truth. So as long as everything is positive and you're happy, and that's all that matters, right, guys? You know, you always have to keep that in mind, okay, guys? The sky's a hologram. Everything's fake. You know. So we got tons of problems. The J Ride's gonna program you to do things you don't want to do. You know, that's why everybody's having a shitty life. You know, so everyone just have to wait till the Zeus tape finish playing inside me, and that's when I will unleash, unlock my power and my memory back, so I could have full control of the matrix again and help everybody. Okay. As for now, you guys can't help me. I can't help you guys. So everybody just have to work together and play dumb. You know, and stay positive and be happy. Okay. There's no right or wrong in the matrix here. Whatever makes you happy, go for it. You know, sex, power, money, drugs, gambling. You know, whatever. But you have to keep in mind that wherever it is, if somebody reject your program, you're gonna pay consequences. You know, there's gonna be penalties. So you always have to keep that in mind before you act or do something. Okay, you can do whatever you want. You believe is a myth system. You know, it's not real. Okay, the meaning of life is all about happiness. Okay, whatever makes you happy, go for it, guys. You know, but you know, you have to program yourself that you are your own program. Okay, you don't let nobody boss you around, program you. Okay, and you just have to work smart and know how to go around it. Okay, there's flaws to everything in the matrix here. There's loophole, and wherever you're at, you can exploit to the max. Okay, that's how the matrix works, and you know everything's all program codes. We got hibernation programs where if you put stuff in a certain area, it's gonna hibernate or program the matrix. That's why you see where we park cars or house or roads or plants or trees, rocks, boulder, where they put stuff. Where's that? Because it's doing something to the matrix. Those are called hibernation programs. We carry the mark of the beast. You know, wherever we go, we are electrical charged. You know, we are programming the matrix. They don't want me to talk the truth or tell the truth. They don't want you guys to know what's going on. You know, they trying to shut me up because when I talk, everybody's gonna know the truth. You know, and the truth will set you free. You know, that's why nobody could talk or speak their mind. You know, only I can. You know, because I can never die. I get killed every day, but I keep coming back, okay, guys. So I just want to throw here and there, how we are trapped in the matrix, and there's no way out. I am the only way out. I am the only real person. None of you guys are real. You guys are just artificial program codes. But you guys are alive. You know, you're gonna get hurt and cut if something hits you. You're gonna die if you get stabbed or shot. But I can't. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to say, but they blocked me, so I forgot. They make me look like a very idiot, a dumbass, so nobody will believe me or listen to me. You know, I'm very smart. I can solve the whole universe if if my conscious is unlocked. I become space and time, the whole universe. I can solve everything in the universe, all the frequency and vibration in 1 microsecond. Okay, 1 microsecond or 60 microsecond in 1 nanosecond, and 1 nanosecond are in 60 nanoseconds are equals to 1 second. Okay, so imagine how fast 1 microsecond is. Okay, guys. But as for now, they locked my DNA and my consciousness, so I can't morph into Superman or I cannot become space and time, the whole universe. When you unlock your consciousness, you know, just like your consciousness, your soul, how you could control your body and navigate, you know, how you can control all your limbs and everything in your body, just like that. So when I unlock my consciousness, I become the whole space and time, the whole universe, where I could control, like the whole universe, all the electron, proton, atoms, all the energies, all the matters, becomes my body. So I can navigate, I could control everything. Okay? That is how it works. Okay? And I could harness all the energy, all the powers in the universe. Okay, that's just how it works, you know. So yeah, I just want to throw here and there. I cap out at 30 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. And when I have something else to say, I will tell you guys more. Okay, guys. So if you guys have any comments or anything you guys want to complain or say, feel free to comment. And if I know or if I can answer, I will answer you guys. Okay, but just keep it professional and use code word because YouTube is putting us in a high censorship. So if you say something stupid, YouTube's gonna flag you, remove your comment. Flag me and then put me on strike. Okay. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys.